Alrighty then. Guess what I'm playing today? Well, for a little while. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. God, my house is so pretty. Probably turn the sound effects volume down. No. Alrighty then. So today, there is an event going on. I don't know where it is. Let's try Ul'dah. The Rising is usually held in Ul'dah, I think. Maybe? I know it's still going. Okay. Am I gonna have to look up where this starts? Give me a second. It starts in Limsa. Okay. Well, that just shows me that I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright. I mean, I guess it must be up here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the Rising is like anniversary event or something, I think. Something like that. There might be spoilers because usually they go through some of the current events. But that's okay. I just want to get this done. It'll be really short. An adventurous ambition. You are an adventurer, if I'm not mistaken, and you are called Corey, you say? Well met, my friend. I am a humble minstrel, and it could only be a blessing from the Navigator that you should approach me here and now. You see, I have been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform the Rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? Whenever Darkstar comes online, I can ask him how my sound is. I am truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the Calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place to talk in Limsa Lumensa than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep, Bateron, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Okay. I don't even walk there myself anymore? Wow. Oh, come on. What's the harm? Oh, what's this? What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed. That's the harm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Richa? Oh. There's this place I need to go. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. I also noticed that he has pointy teeth. So he has pointy teeth and slitted eyes. He might be half-breed. It ain't that simple, lass, said a boy. I've got a responsibility for those I sign up. If I let someone who's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it'd cause the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up till you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. I don't like that smirk. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you can keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't be up and leaving the tavern. Yeah. The timing of the Rising seemed to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exits the Tempest Gate over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin by talking to Clindriel, the sentry yonder. Okay, the Yellowjackets keep constant watch at every city gate. If Richa has come through here, they will surely seen her. The lowlands of Lonosia await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. Did you see a little kitty girl come through here? At Baderon's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. And you let her? She was at the heels of a Miqo'te peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child. But the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade Oyoyo outside. I expect she's stopped the little one in for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Yes, I will. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. Alright. Out in the field. Where... Oh. Aw, they stopped her. Damn it, they saw straight through my disguise. What disguise? And who might the two of you be? So Baderon sent you after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Richa, was it? Dearie, even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly you'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. You can hire me. I do charge. But I don't have any money. And what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? I mean, I help children. I do request payment. Most of the time. Unless it's for a good cause. Why, our friend here, of course. As long as I get paid is an option. I should be glad to provide suitable recompense in Recha's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much! I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and she'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go is a lighthouse here in Lower Lanosia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Why? Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Ocean's Torch is the only one as a civilian can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish anyways. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If you run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. So you're useless. Fabulous. Wow, this quest has more than one quest. Kind of impressed. Some of the events recently have been less than good. Darkstar, are you here yet? Aw. Sad. Oh well. So, what's your name, adventurer? My name's Corey. Hello. Corey Foxy. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ocean's Torch, and we'll see if the rumors about the ghosts is true. Okay. It has 2 quests. But it does have a minion, so I'll take it. A light that ever burns. Are you ready to go, Corey? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to appraise Baderon of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman Bridge? It'll give Richa a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin. And off she goes. And here it is, Madman Bridge. If you head north, you'll get to the Red Rooster Stead, but our destination takes us south. A vital route for trade is the bridge, but it prowls with bandits and fiends beyond. That's why it was given its name, as a warning to younglings. I don't think our youngling has taken the warning. Look, a river! And there's some sort of strange animal. Those are toads. We sometimes see children out this way with their folk, but I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limlade's Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you wasn't aware. A fine place by all accounts. I'm sorry, is the orphanage run by a pirate? Is this one of our D&D campaigns? Dear Lord. If that's where Rich is from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let 'em think she's missing. Alright, next we'll make our way for Arshon's embrace. Up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. My fellow Yellowjackets patrol these parts. Lest you worry, they know I ain't on some pleasure jaunt. Huh? Do they think you're half-assing your job? You can see more of B dry docks from here. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determinations to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Lominsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Corey? Do you like being an adventurer? Most days. It depends on the work. Really, I guess it's not so simple. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea says. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone and... I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Risha's got something she needs to get off her chest. And waiting to verify the rumor, mayhap she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. Can you not... I really hate it when the quest tells you the answer before you can come to that conclusion yourself. I see the lighthouse! Do you? Do you really? Suppose if you're standing... Yeah, I can kind of see it. Ooh, cutscene. Also, the child is the same size as the Lalafell. That there's Oshon's torch, one of 2 lighthouses here what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper, a bloke named Rotson... You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper? So about the reason why I wanted to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon enough. Let's keep going. Alright. Onwards. What are we looking at? I feel like a fucking baby wrangler here. I can understand the desire to see those who are gone, to say words to them you couldn't in life. It's a feeling everyone knows at some point. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash! Amazing! Yeah, that's not frozen. That's, something else. This area was ardent by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave splashing away the big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it caused aether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. I think I explained that in an earlier episode. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for mother and father. Alrighty, kids, we have arrived. Rotson's been here since the calamity. It's lonely work, and he's always glad to have guests. Yeah, I think I did some quests for him earlier. I think I brought flowers to his girlfriend or something. Even if there aren't any ghosts, That's alright. Sup, buddy? Seen any ghosts around lately? You'd probably like the company. Well now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch? Little girl. Ghosts during the Rising. For all me years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a spectre. So mother and father weren't ghosts after all. But I must say, it's a surprise to see Ratoa's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charge of Limling's ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers and grizzled ones at that just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Lumensa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report, but your folks did everything they could to protect Limling's ring. They built a breakwater using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Hey, Darkstar. How goes? Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. So as you can see, I'm doing the event. Oof. That's good. How's my sound? I did change out my headphones, so I wanted to make sure my sound was good. Know though that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. That's good. I see. They really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish they were still here. This is just a thought, but how'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that very much. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I got a Logitech headset, one with a mic. Um, and you know how much I love Logitech, so... Yeah, that's good, that's good. Hmm? Did I spend the night too? Oh my god. I guess so. I was hired to be the little girl's bodyguard. Definitely not babysitter. Good morning, Corey. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I'd felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them. I understand how you feel. In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you. So bright. So thank you for bringing me here. Man, Limsa Lumensa sure is pretty. Well, at least I don't have to walk all the way back. That's nice. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I'd better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me. She's a pirate. I'm sure she's snuck out a few times. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect, in which case a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Richa gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? You mean the ones that are going on right now? Be seeing you, Corey. Alright, let's go hunt down the wandering minstrel. Yeah, since today's maintenance day for WoW, I figured I'd do this event, get this out of the way, and then do some more MSQ. I figured the event would be extremely short, so, like all the events have been. I really wish the events were long enough to take up, like, an entire episode worth of... because that'd be cool. But, nope. That's so pretty. They used to be long. They used to take, like, an hour. And more if you, like, read all of the side people's stuff. Like, because they usually had some background characters just wandering around. It used to be you can get a lot of content out of an event, but not anymore. And the rewards are kind of shit, too. Welcome back, my friend. Was young Richa able to find that which she sought? Yep, and had all kinds of good stuff. So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. Is there As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Corey, not only for granting Richa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? I was babysitter. Pay me. Yeah, I get a minion this time. So. Yes, it comes to me, a verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. Do I get to say hi to Yoshi P? I think Rising's usually the event you get to say hi to Yoshi P. Huh? Puppy? I think I have that dog. Greetings, warrior of light. The fuck? Why does he have a menagerie? This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida. I can pronounce his name, I swear. I'm just a little bit tired because I was trying to sleep and I couldn't. And I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. You better be grateful I'm still playing your shit game. For long years we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. Yeah, fix your game. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I, too, have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that, upon this journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Did I miss the fireworks? Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. Fireworks! Whoosh! In gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. I'm not singing it. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart, to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friends, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memories refrain. Woohoo! I have no doubt that you, Recha, and Oyoyo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales, in particular, may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this: no matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Yeah, I've got a long road ahead of me. I'm still an ARR. Alright. You've unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest found in any room to play minigames. Oh, did I get a minigame? I guess I got a minigame. Fabulous. But I also got a wind-up Galul Jaja, which we haven't met yet, so yeah. Anyways, so that was that. And I guess we'll just continue on with MSQ. That only took like 30 minutes. Okay. Much disappoint. Hi, Tataru! Good evening, Corey. I trust your investigation is faring well. I haven't started the investigation yet. And I think I talked to everybody in here last time I was here. So, let's talk to Mama Philia. Mom! Shadow of Darkness. I'm afraid there is no rest for the wary, Corey. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Corey. I'm level 60. I'm pretty sure I can handle it. Like, just saying. Also, I practically live at the Hall of Flames. I know everybody there. You didn't need to, like, explain where to go. Sup, Swift, my man? How goes? The masked man? Ah, you have come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes. As we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been sighting of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. Back to Camp Drybone, it seems. A brassblade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Quickhorn. Fate can be a cruel mistress. Yeah, especially when you let Quickhorn come every day. There's a trio of fates that pop up there with Quickhorn raiding the fucking bridge, and if a player doesn't stop it, NPCs get kidnapped and killed. So, you know. But do not be so quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folks are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than speak with a merchant named Hihi Baru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Oh, I have plenty of coin. Don't worry about that. Alright, so I'm going to be going to Camp Drybone. By the way, nope. I am almost the highest rank. I can get one more rank. Actually, I think I am that rank. I just haven't picked it up. Hold on. I want to check and see if I've got this. I haven't played in a few days. I just need to check on my servants. Distraction. I should be the highest rank. Because I sent my servants to go, like, a week ago. As long as they didn't fail like assholes. Mission complete! No, that's not what I'm looking for. There it is! The mission was a success. Are you, Yep. There we go. Congratulations, Commander. I knew our squadron was up to the task, but there's nothing quite so satisfying as seeing mission successful at the top of a report. Yes, I am amazing. Seems we have a visitor. Come in. Lieutenant Foxy, good. I thought I wandered into the wrong barracks for a moment there. Flame Marshal River, to what do we owe this honor? Can I have your clothes? I'd heard the lieutenant here had returned from her mission and wanted a word with her in person. As you well know, the world's seen some tough times and there's more lurking up ahead. But you and your squadron, well, you've been the inspiration that many soldiers need to carry on. I've gone over it with my peers in the Hall of Flames, and we reckon it's high time you were recognized for your efforts. A little quiet, if you will. For outstanding efforts in the Adventure Squadron Initiative, Captain Foxy is hereby promoted to Flame Captain. May your fire burn ever bright and steady. Ta-da! Flame Captain! There, now I'm Captain Foxy. I am amazing. What did I tell you? I knew a promotion was in the offering. And what an honor that our squadron's success merited a personal visit from the Flame Marshal himself. Congratulations again, Commander. You've proven once again that with the right leadership, this squadron is capable of anything. Yeah, look at all my slaves. Yeah, look at them. I haven't dressed all of them up yet. But some of them I've dressed up. Like this guy. He's naked. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her pretty dress. And her pretty wings. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Back to work. Back to doing my job. Yeah, now I'm a captain, so there. Oh man, I want the fucking wing mounts. Look at how pretty they are. Ugh. I need to give me some wings. Alrighty then. Hey buddy, how's your hair? Didn't we get like 3 tonics for your hair and you're still bald? Oh right, talking to people huffs me off my mount. I don't know why. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured on one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Highbridge Times. When the Order of Naldal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh-endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a malm of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Yeah, that's nice, but about that masked man. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares? Spend a bit of a coin to help a struggling merchant? Only if you have information about a masked man. The masked man? Bah! Thal take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. I guess you don't want to do business then, do ya? Look, I am perfectly alright for paying for information, you just have to give me the fucking information. Aye, I heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. I mean, it's more than the guy I came here to see told me. What about you? Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the quick-run raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Yeah, that sucks. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use? Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The quick-run raids are so constant, so organized. We're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see anything, or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Alright. Have you seen anything? I know it's only been 2 seconds, but... Where there is smoke. I finally got some honest-to-God's information about your masked man. I've been standing here the whole time. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. I was out for an evening stroll in the 5 seconds since last time I talked to you. Really? Minding my own business when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some quick-run appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So, what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I guess so. Alrighty then. Let's pop up here. Up, up. And pop this coal down. Make a fire. Hey! Corpse Brigade Foot Soldier. Not what I'm looking for. Useless. That was not a masked man nor a quick one. I mean, he was kind of masked, but he wasn't my masked man. Hihibaru, that wasn't the guy I was looking for. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? A ward of the Destroyer. A paper ward inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Rolger. Fabulous. This scroll, it bears a prayer to Rolger, the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Rolger is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. Seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. The self-same merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? No. I don't do nice and slow. On to Little Alamigo. Look at that big bushy beard. Or mustache, I can word. I want a big mustache. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards Little Alamigo, over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favorite destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah, meaning they're too poor. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wastelands they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Yeah. Now, I'm not certain how much a help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has, relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it, then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. I mean, I already culled some fiends and spent some coin. Mostly on this guy. Ask him where all the fiends went. On his head. Anyways. Alrighty then. Hihira, I have a message from your father, and also I need some information. Why yes, Hihibaru's my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with my family matters. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you didn't. But I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Look at that mustache! He doesn't have to be accommodating. He's got the mustache of doom. Anyways. So bushy. Who are you? State your business, and be quick about it. I'm looking for a masked man. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer to the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. But... Rude. Oh, look, a quest. Hi. Bad blood. I don't think that's what's happening here. Friend, hear my plea. As you've no doubt observed, many poor souls in this camp suffer from afflictions most grievous. Indeed, it is to deliver them succor that I have made the journey here from Ul'dah. And yet I fear that my efforts thus far have been for naught. The residents are most distrustful of outsiders, particularly those hailing from Ul'dah. They look upon my medicines as if it were poison. Were an adventurer such as yourself to deliver the elixir, perhaps they would be willing to accept it? I have no one else to turn to. Will you go in my stead? I mean, sure. It's just medicine. You'd think the people who were dying would just fucking take it, instead of being concerned about where it's from. Me throat, it burns. A simple glance will not reveal what strange ingredients were used to brew this curious concoction. Here, have some medicine. Medicine, you say? Bah! I'd sooner drink sandworm piss than that Ul'dah swill. Yeah, how's that going for ya? Dumbass. I'll get to this guy in just a second. I want to go deliver the rest of this medicine. And by that I mean listen to them deny perfectly good medicine just because they don't like Ul'dahs and they're idiots. Ugh, I can't breathe. I have some medicine for you that would help with that. Ugh, another phony elixir cooked up by those Ul'dah quacks. Be gone from my sight. This guy looks like a corpse. Want some medicine? What is it, outsider? Come to mock us in our suffering? Go ahead and laugh. Laugh to your heart's content. I have medicine. That's what I think of you outsiders and your medicine. I'd rather die with dignity than owe my life to Ul'dah. I mean, you already owe your fucking life to Ul'dah, douchehole. Thanalan belongs to Ul'dahs. We're just letting you live here, okay? I'm just saying. Now look, I see. Take heart, friend. You did what you could. Age-old wounds are not healed so easily, but I must not give up this cause. Now the quest. Prickly patience. After giving the matter some thought, it has struck me that perhaps it is not me that the refugees so distrust, but rather the medicine itself. The Alamegans are wary of outsiders, this is true, yet I suspect it is the thought of ingesting an alchemical concoction of Ul'dah make that frightens them most of all. A naive girl's wishful thinking, perhaps, but it is the only hope I have. There is a kindly old refugee by the name of Alphen, the only one thus far to accept my treatment. Might you speak with him and ask if there is any truth to my theory? Sure. Sup? Hail there, young one. What brings one as hale and hearty as yourself to this god-forsaken place? Hee-hee-rah. In me years I've seen many an outsider come and go, but none quite like that girl. I don't begrudge me countrymen their judgments, of course. God knows they've seen Ul'dah at its worst. But it's clear, even to me clouded old eyes, that the girl means well, and I can't bring myself to scorn her good intentions. But forgive me, you were asking about medicine, were you not? We Alamegans weren't much for alchemy, but we've got our fair share of remedies passed down through the years. Steep the fruit of a sabertender in hot water, for instance, and you got a tea that'll soothe the worst of fevers. Call it an old man's hunch, but I've a feeling that even the most stubborn of me countrymen would gladly gulp down a cactus tea, even if it were the Uldan lass who did the brewing. Okay, well, I'll go get some sabatender stuff. Hi, I need you to die. And you. Oh right, I don't have to stop and collect their... collect loot. That's nice. Kill and run, kill and run. I need another... Alright. Got all their fruits. A traditional Alamegan remedy made from steeping the fruit of a sabatender in hot water? Why, I had no idea. I owe Alphen my gratitude. Yeah, here's some fruit. Not to be confused, sabatender fruit. Not to be confused with cactar fruit, which, while similar in color, flavor, shape, texture, toxicity, hardness, and rarity, is nothing like its sabatender counterparts. Really? 1, 2, 3 cups of cactus tea. Oh, I do hope I've not overbrewed this. Please, friend, deliver the tea to the suffering refugees. Alright, I'll get right on that. You going to let us help you, asshole? Or am I just going to put you out of your misery? Me throat, you again. I told you, I'd sooner drink... To make cactus tea, sabatender fruit is dried, ground into a fine powder, and then left to sit a full night under Minfina's gaze to frighten away the spirit of the sabatender that dwelled inside the seeds. The powder is then added to boiling water and stirred until a foam forms under the water's surface. The foam is given to break fever, the remaining liquid discarded until under a rock found to the north of the patient. Well, that's disturbing. Is that cactus tea I smell? Well, stop dawdling and hand it over. Can't you see I'm suffering here? Yeah, drink your stupid tea. Still, it's an interesting description of tea. Never knew a tea where you were supposed to drink the foam and then toss the liquid away. But, I guess superstitions are just weird. You tell that Uldan witch I'll have none of her foul alchemy. What about this foul alchemy, which is even worse? Cactus tea, and just like my dear mom used to brew it. I don't know where you came by this, but you're a godsend. It was Alamegan. Totally Alamegan. Yeah, totally. It wasn't an Uldan at all. I'll go to the grave before I'm goaled by Uldan quackery. What about this Uldan quackery? Old Alphen's recipe, no doubt. I'll drink it, but if the Uldan girl thinks a cup of tea can heal years of suffering, she'd best think again. I think she's just trying to fucking heal your fucking fevers. At this point, dude. They drank it. They truly drank it. Oh, how I have waited for this day. Even I am not so foolish as to think that I have earned the trust of all the refugees, but on the long road to peace and understanding, even the smallest steps matter. Yay! Now back to my real job. Done playing delivery girl. I'm here searching for a masked man. Tea for 3. I'm going back to playing Delivery Girl. Never mind! Well met, adventurer. I am Giselbert, head of security here in Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundobald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. That he did. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But, thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can. And you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. Also, what I don't understand is, yes, the Alamegans are treated horribly inside Ul'dah. You know? But almost every single Ul'dan that comes to Little Alamigo does so to help them. And has wished them no ill. Like, you've got actual fucking soldiers that are coming here just to help, even though they're not really going to get paid for it. They don't even get thanks for it. And it's like, yes, some people have fucked you over, but these people have not. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Mulja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had in mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Like, I feel like their hatred is causing them to view everyone under the same light, even though they're not being treated that way here. But the reason they can live here is because somebody, an Ul'dan, decided that they were allowed to live here because they live in Little Alamigo, which is a town. And it's land, and land doesn't come cheap, especially in Thanalan. So, like, just the fact that they're allowed to live here says so much about the people in this land. Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. I got you some sweet Thanalan tea, a piping hot infusion of freshly picked young Thanalan tea leaves mixed with rich algo cream and a generous spoonful of golden cactar flower honey. Yum. Well, ain't you considerate? Methinks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding amongst the refugees, like as not. My compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Yep. This guy's name is Angry River. You there, are you in a Mulja? No? Then carry on. No, but I bring you tea. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet Thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark scaly skin, stands 10 foams tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Fabulous. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. Have some tea. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry. A suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Wonderful. Also, the fact that the Alamegans aren't willing to put their trust in a random adventurer, or the Ul'dans helping them, or anybody who has helped them, but they are willing to put their trust in a random masked man who looks fucking evil as shit, is kind of worrying. you're back. So did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by, but it's more than what I had before! If you're to get any further in your investigation, seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. No fucking kidding. Foot in the door. So, you're determined to press on with your investigation. Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. Their purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundobald belonged to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them, Ida! Isn't, like, half the fucking, scions from Alamigo? Or has family in Alamigo at one point? Like, cause Minfilia mentions that I think one of her parents is from Alamigo, possibly adopted parents. I know Ida, and I think even Papa Limo is. And of course, then we've got the B team. Ardbert is from there. Yeah. Come on. Welcome back, Corey. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination, like they weren't doing that already before their... I don't think any of the people who are complaining about how bad they have it these days were actually alive when the Mad King was in control. Because the Alamegans have always been suffering poverty and discrimination. Okay? It's nothing new! What that more can be done to ease their hardships? I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. And I don't think that would be a lasting solution either, but that's just me. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Meeting the Resistance. Your Alamegan comrade is named Heribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Heribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. I think I spoke to him last time I was here, too. Hey, Thancred, you still being little shit? Sup, Laha bread. Anyways, actually, I think Clive might be... Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldessian. Oh no, he's from, the students. You may address me as Clive. Is there a reason you are still here? Please, carry on. I am not here to see you. Yeah, you little shit. I think I spoke to most of these guys last time I here. Yeah, Arnveld. Arnvald here is from Alamigo. He's half Garlean actually, and half Alamegan. So I think Abatia is too. A masked man. I vaguely recall some Malja ranting about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact that their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind. Yeah, and then Yida and Papalimo. So Yida wasn't a part of the resistance, but her sister was. So, in fact, I believe Gundebolt knew Yida, like the real Yida. So, yeah. If it isn't Cory Foxy, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. Oh yeah, and they're easy to toss out even their own people, if they do anything that they dislike. I used to be a member of the Alamegan Resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. And by the way, he is still trying to liberate his homeland, but his people hate him because he's doing it the wrong way. He's not doing it their way, so he's wrong. Remind you of anybody? Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarrymill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Yeah. The Quarrymill questline is a long and daunting one, and I'm ready to go back to sleep. I really just hopped on in order to do the event, and I had hoped it would take longer. So I think I'm going to call it here. That way, yeah, I can go back to sleep. I really just wanted to do the event. I did do some MSQ, and Thancred's still possessed. So I'll just sit right next to Laha Bread here. Anyways, so thank you for watching, and I'll probably be on tonight to finish up Hellfire Peninsula, and by that I mean like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I know you won't be there, Darkstar, but that's okay. You can watch it later. Alrighty then. Thank you for watching, and I know it's not the same, but still. I will talk to you next time. Bye!